They say curiosity kills the cat, but no one ever talks about what happens when you find something that was never meant to be found. I was hiking alone last Saturday. Just me, the trees, and that kind of silence that makes your ears ring. For miles in, I spotted it. A black phone half buried in moss. The screen cracked, the back scuffed, but it was on, and it was recording. I should have walked away, but I pressed play. What I saw is why I don't sleep anymore. The video was shaky, fast. Someone was running through the woods, breathing heavy, gasping. Branches whipped past the screen. Just flashes of a red hoodie. A male voice, barely audible, repeating, "Don't stop. Don't look back. Don't stop. Don't look back." Then he tripped. The camera fell, and for just a split second you could see it. A figure behind him, pale face, no eyes, just skin, and it was smiling. The footage ended there. I stared at the screen for a long time, trying to convince myself it was fake. Then I noticed the timer. The recording had started exactly 3 hours ago. Same day, same timestamp, same part of the woods I was in. My chest tightened. I should have left the phone, but I didn't. I shoved it in my pack and hiked back. That night, when I got home, I noticed my hallway smelled like wet leaves, and my dog, normally calm, was growling at my backpack. I opened the pack and pulled the phone out. The screen flickered to life. New video saved. Length, 17 seconds. I hit play. It was a clip of me, sleeping, filmed from the foot of my bed. But I sleep alone, and I lock my door. I plugged the phone into my laptop. It auto-opened a hidden folder titled, "Eyes Do Not Belong to You, Password Protected." I cracked it using a recovery tool. Inside were over 200 video files. Each one showed someone new, different faces, different places, but all of them started the same. They find the phone. They play the video. Weird things start happening, and every final video showed them dead, usually in the woods, sometimes on their beds, always with the phone still recording. One video caught my eye. It was timestamped for tomorrow. I opened it. The person in the video was me. Same hoodie, same bedroom, staring into the camera, not blinking, and smiling, just like the thing from the first video. I thought maybe I could end it, return the phone, break the curse. So I went back to the woods. Same trail, same spot. The second I stepped into the clearing, my ears popped. The air went heavy, wet, metallic. The phone vibrated in my hand. A message flashed on the screen. "Look up." I did. There were phones hanging from the trees. Hundreds of them, dangling by their charger cords like nooses. Every single one was recording. I turned to run, but the trail was gone. The trees had shifted. Shadows moved where light should have been. And I heard it, that voice from the first clip. "Don't stop. Don't look back." But I did. The phone buzzed again. "You looked back." Then everything went black. They found me 2 days later, naked, shivering, scratches all over my body, whispering nonsense about the eyeless man. They said I was lucky to survive. But I don't feel lucky. The phone is gone now. But every night at 3:19 a.m., I wake up, heart racing, and I hear it, that faint buzzing. Last night I checked my mailbox. Inside was a flash drive. Only one file, a video, me, staring into the camera, smiling. The clip was short, maybe 12 seconds. It showed my bedroom, my bed, my body asleep. But the me in the video sat up slowly, looked straight into the camera, and smiled. A slow, twitchy, off smile. Then the video glitched, fast cuts, loud static, and froze on one frame. Not my face anymore. The eyeless man. That night I couldn't sleep. Every creak in the house felt like a breath on my neck. At 3:19 a.m., my laptop turned on by itself. A new folder appeared. Inside, hundreds of photos, all taken from inside my apartment. Angles I've never seen before, including one from inside my closet. I opened it. Of course I did. Empty. But the smell, wet leaves, moss, and something metallic like old blood. Taped to the inside wall was a scrap of photo paper, an image of me, I scratched out. On the back, written in shaky Sharpie, "He needs a new face." The next night, my phone rang. No number, no sound, just breathing. Then a whisper, "Don't look in the mirror." Click. I turned to the hallway mirror out of reflex, and for half a second, I saw two of me, one standing still, the other smiling. The next morning, I had blood under my fingernails, but I didn't remember bleeding, or anything really. 3 hours, gone. My browser history showed searches I didn't make. How to skin a face, hollow eye sockets death, mirror folklore rituals, and my webcam, still recording. I tried burning the flash drive, microwaving it, smashing it with a hammer. That night at 3:19, my phone buzzed. New video, 24 seconds. Me, standing in the woods again. But this time, I was holding the phone. I contacted a few of the other faces from the Eyes Do Not Belong to You folder. Tried to warn them. One replied, "It doesn't matter anymore. You're part of it now." They sent me a link. Live camera feed. From a tree. In the woods. And in the feed, I watched myself walk into frame. Look up. Smile. I don't know if this is a curse or an infection, but I do know one thing. It spreads through screens. If you've watched this far, you've seen it. And now, you're recording too. I haven't slept in 4 days. Not really. The smiles are getting worse. Sometimes I catch my reflection grinning when I'm not. Sometimes, my reflection blinks when I don't. I thought I could fight it, that maybe I could run. But then, I found something. Not online, not on the phone, on VHS, came in the mail. No return address. Wrapped in rotting newspaper from 1996. Written across the top in red ink. The first recording. I didn't want to watch it, but you already know how this works. So I borrowed a dusty old player from a pawn shop, blacked out the windows and pressed play. The video was even worse than I expected. Static, flickers, white noise layered with what sounded like reversed whispers. The date stamp read August 3rd, 1996. A family of 3 hiking through the woods, laughing, camcorder bouncing, kids giggling, but over time things changed. The father started looking over his shoulder. The audio crackled, and then, mid-recording, his smile froze, not like a candid moment, like something was holding his face in place. Then his voice cut in. "If you're watching this, it's already started." The tape jumped. He was alone now, sweating, crying, but still smiling. "It was never the phone," he said. "It was the lens, the act of looking, recording, reflecting. That's what feeds it." Then, his eyes started bleeding, not like a movie effect. Thick, heavy, real. Destroying the phone won't work. It's a mirror. And once it sees you, the screen went black. Then a new date appeared. Tomorrow. I looked deeper into what he said. The act of recording. Cameras, phones, mirrors, screens. They're all reflections, just slightly delayed. What if this thing doesn't just use tech? What if it needs it? I called a guy, some underground researcher who used to work in military surveillance. He'd heard of it. Called it the Eidolon signal, a visual contagion, passed through recordings, fed by attention. He said one more thing before he hung up. You only survive if you never look back at the screen, never acknowledge it's watching. I turned on the news later that night. Big mistake. Live story. Multiple people missing after a hiking trip in Black Hollow Forest. Only thing found on site? A circle of phones, all recording inward, toward a mirror. I tried to shut it off. Remote didn't work. Screen froze on one frame. My face, bleeding from the eyes. Smiling. That night, every screen in my apartment turned on. Phone, TV, microwave, even my watch. All playing that same silent loop of me. Then a new message popped up. You've made them watch. Thank you. I opened my laptop. The video was live, streaming to over 1.2 million people. I tried deleting my channel. Didn't work. tried destroying the laptop. It recorded the entire thing from a webcam I never installed. Now I see comments under the video, some begging for help, others just timestamps. 3:19, over and over again. 3:19, the time it starts, the time it feeds. If you're hearing this, it means I couldn't stop it. And now, you're part of the recording. You're still watching. I can feel it, and so can it. This is the last message I'll ever record. Not because I'm giving up, but because I'm crossing over. I found the gate. It was never just a phone, never just a forest. The videos were a trail, and yesterday I followed them frame by frame back to the original recording site. The black hollow trailhead. No markers, no signs. But at 3:19 a.m., the trees opened, not metaphorically. I watched the trunks bend outward, like something behind them was pushing through. And on the forest floor, a phone, cracked, glowing. It wasn't recording this time. It was streaming, live. I looked into the screen and saw myself looking back. Only it wasn't a reflection. He smiled, raised the phone, and whispered, "Come see." Suddenly, the forest melted into static, like a VHS burning out mid-frame. And behind it, a corridor of mirrors, endless, flickering, rotating between color and grayscale. I stepped through. The ground crunched like broken glass. The sky looked like a paused video, the clouds glitching back and forth every few seconds. And the only sound was whispering, overlapping, familiar, my voice, from every past video, endlessly looping. Then I saw them, the others, dozens, maybe hundreds, people who had watched, recorded, shared, all trapped in mirrored fragments of their last moment. Smiling, bleeding, frozen. One shard reflected me, but the version inside smiled and reached out. I found it near the center. Not a creature, not exactly. It was a towering figure made of shattered screens, faces flickering across its form. No eyes, no mouth, just footage, endless footage. It moved without sound, sliding forward like frames on a reel. I ran. Of course I ran. But the mirrors shifted, closing, bending, turning the space against me. I smashed one. Behind it, my apartment. From the night I found the phone. It wasn't a mirror. It was a window. I jumped through, shattered glass, burning pain, and then I was home. Or at least, it looked like home. Same lights, same smells, but everything was too quiet, too still. And the reflection in my screen? Still smiling. I tried one last thing. I opened my laptop, started this recording, told this whole story again just like I'm doing now. Because if this is how it spreads, maybe I can trap it in my story. Give it a cage instead of a mirror. But if you're still watching, it didn't work. You've seen the videos, heard the voice, felt the flicker in your screen. You think you're safe because it's just a story? It's not. You just let it in. And now you're still watching. Mr. Frighture presence. I found a phone in the woods. Share it. Deny it. Delete it. It won't matter. It's already recording you.